Well, once again, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Russellville Cyclone football. Wow, it's been an exciting year already. The Cyclones in action tonight against the Bryant Hornets. This one could be a toughie, a great challenge for the Cyclones. You see the co-captains coming to the side of the field for the coin toss. Number 4 is Patrick Jimenez. Number 42, Nate Lutz. Number 1 is Bradford Webb. Number 57 is Jordan West. That's for Russellville as they kind of decide to flip-flop a little bit there. Across the way, you see the blue-clad Hornets. Their co-captains include number 65, Brett Clemens. Number 84 is Kendrick Farr. Number 99 is Ronnie Maxwell. And number 14 is Jimmy Easterling. So there's the co-captains for the two squads this evening. Russellville on the road tonight, of course, in the road white uniforms with the red trim and black helmets. Bryant with the home blue uniforms with white numerals and trim and blue helmets. The officials discussing the toss of the coin, which is occurring right there. And we'll see what the result of that coin toss is for the beginning of the ball game. The official still talking things over here. Okay, Bryant decided to defer till the second half, so Russellville has decided to receive and get the football first this evening. It is a nasty, nasty night for football, to say the least. You can see how the smoke behind the players there is being carried away. There's a pretty good breeze. There's a threat of bad weather in the area. It's chilly in the 40s, which of course is kind of football weather, but much chillier than it has been for our previous high school games. So fall has definitely fallen as the Cyclones gather behind the banner, the entryway onto the field, and they'll come bursting forth onto the field in just moments. You can tell it's much chillier. The cheerleaders there are all bundled up as they lead the way for the Cyclones. Marius Neal amongst those the first onto the field, along with Avarian Collins, number 2 Andrew Tryon, as the Cyclones will jog down to the far end of the field for the pregame prayer with head coach Jeff Holt. We said this one is one of those nights the Cyclones have got a challenge with the Bryant Hornets, and what a big victory it would be for the Cyclones to get this win on the road tonight. Cyclone football. And of course, the Cyclones will be without their starting quarterback, Barrett Hughes, out with a shoulder injury. You're looking right at number 14. That's Lane Reeves, the 6'3", 190-pound sophomore. The load will be on his shoulders this evening. He had to come in a week ago after Hughes was injured. Even though he threw 3 interceptions in that abbreviated amount of play, the young quarterback showed a lot of poise, and we expect him to have a good ball game tonight. Again, filling in for senior quarterback Barrett Hughes. So head coach Jeff Holt, counting heads, getting ready with the receiving team. to get this football game underway. Want to remind you about our great sponsors. You see them at the bottom left of your screen. Each and every week we are just very thankful for their participation in bringing you these telecasts of Russellville Cyclone football on IMC Studios Sportswatch. And we're appreciative also of the great camera crews and all the work that goes into these telecasts to bring you, a really top-notch telecast. I talk to people all over the Arkansas River Valley who are amazed at the quality and amazed at what a great telecast of Russellville Cyclone football this is that they get to enjoy each and every week. So number 17 is Jace Denker. He's the kicker for Bryant. Denker is just a sophomore, but he will kick it off for Bryant, and this football game is just about underway from Bryant, Arkansas. Approaching the ball, and the kick is in the air, and we're underway. Comes down. Jacob Sparks with the return, a good return back upfield. Let's look at it again on instant replay. Looking for his blocking and fights his way forward, and Russellville will start just beyond their own 30-yard line, first down and 10. You can see, look at the field right there in the middle of your screen. It is soggy. It is not in the best of condition, so we'll watch and see what kind of footing that these players will have on this soggy field here tonight at Bryant. Reeves throws out a completed pass to Averian Collins, and he almost has enough for a first down. Just a little one step and throw it out into the screen. And a little quick opener. And Averian just lowered his head and carried for doggone near enough for a first down. Out to almost the 40-yard line, less than a yard to go. Hand the football off to Sparks, and Sparks, not much running room there. It'll be interesting to see whether he got enough for the first down or not. Josh Hampton, number 98, 6'2", 255-pound junior, made the stop. And the officials say, let's take a look at it, as the football was placed just beyond the 40-yard line. So they'll bring the chains in on this soggy field. It is nasty. You got to really want to be on this football field tonight. You can see even the guys carrying the chains are... look at the size of those boots that guy has on. He's prepared. It's a first down. But that's the kind of attire you got to have tonight for this soggy, wet, cool, downright frigid conditions here in Bryant tonight. It will yet to be seen exactly what kind of effect it's going to have on the outcome and the scoring in this game. Will it be a low-scoring game because of that? We'll see. From the shotgun, bring a man in motion. That's Averian Collins, but the carry is by Lane Reeves himself. He likes to carry the football, and head coach Jeff Holt uses him a lot. They fake it to Collins, and there comes Reeves. Again, that's Hampton who made the stop. Josh Hampton, the junior, number 98, with a good pickup on first down. Second down and 4 now for the Cyclones. Averian Cox is split far left for the Cyclones. That's Demarius Neal checking once again from his tight end position. Give it off to Sparks, and Sparks worms his way forward to near midfield. Big number 76 at the bottom of that pile is Matt Jones, 5'9", 210, defensive tackle for the Bryant Hornets, and it's a third down and about a yard to go. The Cyclones have got to get across midfield just slightly, and don't be surprised if Lane Reeves doesn't take it himself. That big 6'3" frame. And we have a flag on the play that occurred just as the ball was being snapped, and it looks like it's going to be against the Cyclones. It is. It's a false start on Russellville. 9:33 left to go here in the first quarter. No score. That cost the Cyclones 5, so now it's going to be a 3rd down and 6. After the false start by one of the offensive linemen. Here's Collins to the near side. Matt Lutz is split left along with Cole Smith, number 81. From the shotgun, Lane Reeves, and there's a whistle. A timeout is called for Russellville. Back in a moment. .9:14 on the clock here at Bryant, Arkansas. You can see everybody is bundled up, including the cheerleaders tonight on this chilly, nasty weather night in Bryant. The Cyclones and the Bryant Hornets. A very pivotal game in the season for the Cyclones, this one tonight. And not exactly in the best of conditions. So Lane Reeves, the sophomore quarterback from the shotgun, keeps it himself. Nice run. It should be enough for a first down. Let's look at it again on instant replay, and this is run all the way. And that is one thing that Lane Reeves has the great ability on is it's almost like the Wildcat formation you see. Run by lots of the universities now on a Division I level, including Auburn. Arkansas ran it, of course, some under Houston Nutt and his coaching. First down and 10. Lane Reeves, all 6'3" of him, gives it to Jacob Sparks, and Sparks gets 2 or 3 yards. Tough sledding ahead and some pretty hard hitting. Ryan Cox, number 91, a 6 foot, 200-pound senior defensive end, made the stop to pick up of about 2, 2nd down and 8. Reeves wants to throw out of the backfield, does to a varying Collins, but he is met immediately. No gain on that play. Stop made defensively by Brennan Bullock, 5'10 senior linebacker, 180-pounder. And he smelled that play out. It's basically no gain on the play, although they shoved a varying Collins back. His forward progress still carries him just across the 50 into Hornet territory at the 49. The Cyclones have had the football a long time here already in the first quarter. They've taken the opening kickoff, and they still have the football. Lane Reeves, man in motion. Give it off to a varying Collins, looking for some running room, and kind of runs out of room in front of his own bench. Stop made defensively by Brady Butler, number 3, a senior defensive back, 5'11", 175 for Bryant. Going to be 4th down and 8 from the 47-yard line, which means Zach Hocker's into the ball game. Number 18 for the Cyclones retreats to his own 40-yard line for the kick. High snap, but he was able to retrieve it, and the football is going to roll and roll dead, and Bryant will have their first hands on the football when we come back after this. So Bryant's first opportunity with the football deep in their own territory, just outside their own 10. I formation in the backfield. Give it to the tailback, and trying to get to the outside. Gave ground, and Andrew Tryon brings him down. There is a flag on the play. Chris Rycraw, the running back, There's a flag on the play over near where the play ended. It's the inadvertent face mask call, not the personal foul. So it's going to cost Russellville 5, which really won't hurt them much at all because the loss was almost 5. So the Hornets come up to the line of scrimmage, running from that I formation. There's a good ground level shot for you as they flip-flop the tight end to the near side. Give it to Rycraw once again, trying to get to the outside with his speed and busts a tackle there, 25-yard line, and out of bounds, run out of bounds by Andrew Tryon. But Chris Rycraw is a dandy, 5'10", 190-pounder. And you saw he just blew through some tacklers. The gain up to the 26-yard line, 6:29 left to go. In the first quarter. Twin receivers to the near side. Your quarterback is Jimmy Easterling. Bring a man in motion. From right to left. Give it off to Rycraw once again, and not as much doing this time for Rycraw. Stop is by Rue Massey, number 82. Helping out Blake Robinson, number 10 for Russellville. Picked up a couple. And Bryant is not fooling around. They get up right to the line of scrimmage. Now they go from that Wildcat formation. Rycraw takes the direct snap, and he'll go right and didn't get very far. Got to about 32, 33-yard line. Andrew Tryon in there. Helped out by Aaron McConnell, number 47. Brings up a third down for Bryant. Lots of teams using that Wildcat formation now. Easterling in the shotgun. Looks over to the coaching staff. Rycraw switches sides in the backfield. Number 21. And they give it to Rycraw once again. There's a flag on the play. That could be another face mask. The ball popped loose, but apparently Rycraw was already down. Blake Robinson says, I got it. You can see by the mud on the uniforms already that this is really a soggy, nasty football field to play on tonight. We haven't even completed the first quarter of action, and there is mud all over. Look at Blake Robinson's uniform. Number 10. Well, it's a face mask penalty against Russellville, but this time it is the personal foul. So that's going to cost Russellville 15, and it will give Bryant a first down. And it means the football goes across midfield to the 48-yard line of Russellville. Russellville advanced to the 49 of Bryant. Now Bryant has advanced to the 48-yard line of Russellville. I formation, twin receivers are split right. Offset the football, give it to Rycraw, and a big hole for him to rush through. Broke a tackle, and it takes a couple of Cyclones to bring him down. Aaron McConnell for one, Addison Walker for another. He is a pretty nifty running back. Chris Rycraw, again, he's 5'10", 190 pounds, and the bread and butter of this Bryant offense. Inside the 40 now of Russellville. Give it to Rycraw. Oh, that's a new back in there now. Run out to the right-hand side. Stopped by John Olson, number 3, and that is James Jones. He's 5'9", but he's 220 pounds, a senior running back for the Hornets. So a couple of senior running backs with good size for Bryant and Rycraw and Jones. Easterling brings a man in motion, right to left. Give it off to the tailback. That's Jones, and Jones met and dropped. Let's look at it again from instant replay and from ground level. Here's Jones to the outside and coming over. Boom! Nice tackle there from the Cyclones. The football advanced to just inside the 30-yard line with 3:46 left to go, and there's defensive coordinator Coach McNabb. Sean there on the sideline, urging his defenders to make a big stop here. Easterling under center. Give it off. Ooh, and a nice tackle for the Cyclones by Andrew Tryon. Let's look at it again from ground level. Give it to the tailback. That's Rycraw. And he was dumped immediately by Andrew Tryon. Nice play defensively. 3:06 and the clock moving. 4th down. And about 2 or 3 to go. From the shotgun. Actually, this time from the Wildcat formation. Oh, drops the football. Trying to get somewhere. Rycraw, and he is dumped. Dropping the snap. Let's look at it again as he gets it from the Wildcat. He had to reach down for the snap, and boy, he is dumped immediately. And the Cyclones hold on 4th down. The officials are going to look it over. We'll be right back. The muddy, muddy field. That's a sideline warning. The ball goes over to Russellville on downs. Good defensive play by the Cyclones. But look at that field. It already looks like it's had a whole herd of cattle or horses on it all night. I mean, it is really tore up. If I were guessing, I would say there probably was a junior high game there the night before that probably got this field off to a bad start. And it's not getting any better. Lane Reeves under center throws it out to Avarian Collins, but Avarian may get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's just about it. Stopped by Tanner Tolbert, defensive back number 20, 5'10", 170 junior. They're going to give him about 2 on the forward progress. Out to the 30, almost the 33-yard line. We'll call it 2nd down and 8. Reeves from the shotgun. Keeps it himself. Nice running. Got it up to the 40-yard line. Making sure he stayed down to Ryan Cox, number 91 for Bryant. Look at this on instant replay. He knows what to do with the football, Lane Reeves does. But you can see, look at him kick up the mud and slip down there. When he made the cut, that's when he lost his footing. And boy, oh boy, it's hard to get any traction after that. You saw the clock, 1:50 left to go in this first quarter. Twin receivers left. Keeping it, Lane Reeves once again comes back to the same side and drives out to about the 43-yard line again from ground level on the instant replay. Direct snap to the quarterback, and Reeves just trying to make some yardage on this soggy turf. Look at him wipe his hands off here. First down, Cyclones at their own 43. First time they had the football, they advanced to the Bryant 49-yard line before giving up the football to Bryant. Twin receivers are split left. Offset eye in the backfield. High snap. Give it off to Sparks, and Sparks able to find a little crease. Gets 3 or 4. Nice job of running on this soggy field. Stop was made by Dustin Grimmett, number 58, 205-pound senior defensive lineman. But I'll tell you, Jacob Sparks at 5'7", 170 in that low center of gravity that he has, he's better built for the turf we have here tonight. And he'll get it again and just plows forward. That's about all you can say about it. Number 18 made the stop. That is Hunter Mayall, a junior linebacker. Coming up, a third down play, and we have about 15 seconds you can see left to go in the opening period. Third down, about 4. Twin receivers left, single receiver to the near side. And I believe we won't even get this play off. No, that's the end of the first quarter. There's no score from Bryant, Arkansas. We'll be right back. Fixing to start the second quarter with no score, and the Cyclones have had the football for the most time of possession. This is their second possession with the football, and folks, I think you can see there is mud everywhere. The traction is terrible, but so far the Cyclones have done pretty good. Lane Reeves at quarterback, and just as he got the snap, there is a flag and a whistle on the play. You see the yellow hanky on the turf. It's not going to stay yellow very long tonight. It's a false start, illegal procedure against Russellville, moves it back to the 44-yard line. So it'll be first and 15. Excuse me, third down, not first and 15. Third down and looks like about 9. Twin receivers to the near side, and twin receivers actually to the right-hand side. On the reverse, it's Cole Smith. And Cole, able to break one tackle, gets it into Bryant territory at the 49-yard line on the reverse. Let's look at it once again. Nice job here. Give it off to Avarian Collins, who flips it back to Cole Smith. All the flow was right, and then Cole comes back left. Got a nice block there. And just able to squirt forward to the 49-yard line over there to stop him was Trey Soule, number 37. But it's fourth down. Not enough for the first down yet. And Zach Hocker in for the kick for the Cyclones in punt position. He'll try to put it down there inside the 20, but it is a return for Bryant to the near side. Good running to the 40 and finally knocked out of bounds. That was Logan Garland, number 4. But let's check out the flag also that's on the play. A lot of times that means there's a block in the back. That's what this one's going to be too. So move the football back, and unfortunately that erases most of Logan Garland's great return of that punt by Zach Hocker. And it's going to place the football back about where the Cyclones had hoped that they would start Bryant anyway. Back at the 13-yard line. Bryant will be starting in the shadow of its own goalposts. No score, second quarter action from Bryant. A big ball game for both of these teams. Jimmy Easterling at quarterback from the shotgun. Fakes, throws out, it is incomplete. Oh, we're going to get a flag on the play, and I wondered about that just as John Olson hit the intended receiver, Dylan Winfrey. The ball was already down, and Olson couldn't stop himself from coming in, and he popped him pretty good. And that's going to be against the Cyclones, I'm sure. So the officials discuss the play. Personal foul against Russellville for a late hit. The ball was thrown high, and Dylan Winfrey was not able to catch the football, and after he dropped it, John Olson came in and popped him pretty good. Just couldn't stop his momentum. So the football at the 25-yard line. And the Hornets with the football have a little more running room away from their own goalpost now. Easterling will be under center this time for the Bryant Hornets. Rycraw is the single setback, and he gets the handoff. Coming to the near side. Oh, but he's drugged down by Andrew Tryon. What a nice open field tackle. Bradford Webb was over there also. And there's a flag on the play. Let's look at it again on instant replay. Here's Tryon. Oh, that's going to be a face mask there. Boy, we have had several face mask penalties already tonight, and we're in the first half. It's slippery, and you're just trying to grab almost anything you can grab to bring down the opposing ball carrier, but the face mask is not the one to do it with. Brings it out past the 40 to almost the 41-yard line, so Bryant has been able to move upfield, not on their own ability, but on penalties. So it's a straight I formation now as Jimmy Easterling will call signals. They offset the fullback. Quick pitch to Rycraw, trying to sweep the left-hand side. He's bottled up and dropped for basically no gain. Look at this job on instant replay. The Cyclone defense stretches this play out, strings it out. There's lots of blue shirts out there, but when Rycraw tried to turn it back to the inside, number 44, Addison Walker, bear hugged him down. That was a great job of defense on that play because there were lots of blue-shirted blockers out there for Bryant, but Rycraw could not get upfield. Easterling gives it off to Rycraw again, and this time Ricky Collins is there to come from behind and knock him down. Here, let's look at it again. Straight handoff, but look at Ricky Collins come across there and knife across and make a great individual effort. Boy, this kid has a great future. Ricky Collins, he's 5'11", 180, just a sophomore. At the 41-yard line, boy, this Cyclone defense is just, they must like the mud. Because they have been in there, wallering down to make those stops. Back, Eastling rolls to the near side, wants to throw, and overthrew Rycraw, his intended receiver. He had a Cyclone defender in his face, and that forced him to make the throw just a little bit higher than what he wanted. And Bryant will punt the football away. Football at the 41. No score here midway through the second quarter. There's Avarian Collins ready to receive the kick and hopefully have a run back on this sloppy field tonight here at Bryant. And let me tell you, it's cold too. You got to try to keep your hands warm. The kick comes down, and they're going to let it roll dead around the 11-yard line. Nice job. A nice punt, and Samuel Watson was the man who knocked it down. Cyclones with the football, ready to go with their third opportunity offensively. No score, starting at their own 11. 89 yards away from pay dirt. And Lane keeps it himself, sweeps the right side after faking to Jacob Sparks. Not much of a gain. And again, the defenses are going to have the upper hand when it's this kind of sloppy conditions like this. The defenses are going to be able to keep these running backs contained to a certain extent because it is such a sloppy track to try to get any traction on. Matt Lutz and the varying counts come split to the near side. Lane Reeves in the shotgun. Wants to throw, throws it out of the backfield, and a nice defensive play turned in by Bryant on Jacob Sparks. Sparks 26, met 26 Brennan Bullock for a loss on the play after the completed pass out of the backfield. Back to between the 7 and 8 yard line. And we've had these defenses have really stepped up the intensity on the offenses so far here in this first half. Reeves fumbles the snap, going to keep it himself right up the middle, and a couple of precious yards there, and actually lucky he was able to get some positive yardage after he fumbled the snap. Stop was made by Matt Jones, number 76 for Bryant. Well, this is not going to give a whole lot of room for Zach Hocker to kick the football away. On this fourth down, Bryant will get the football back, and Hocker will step back to just about, well, he is in the end zone. There's Garland back to receive the kick. And it rolls and rolls and rolls and dies at the 26-yard line. The Hornets up to the line of scrimmage. Their second time to have the football tonight. Single setback behind Easterling. Rycraw sweeping the left side. Oh, there are the Cyclones again. Boy, some great defense. Let's look at it again. As Rycraw gets the quick pitch left. The Cyclones, there's Ty Osborne right there. Bulldogs him down. Nice job by the senior, 5'10", 185-pounder, number 53. Oop, there's a yellow hanky. Well, we've had a lot of penalties in this first half. Looks like it's going to be a holding call. And the march back. Oop, the official. How many giant steps do I go? So move the football back to around the 13-yard line. So Bryant in a hole. Russellville just came from being in a hole. The offenses have not had a whole lot of good field position to work with so far tonight. Second quarter, no score. Again, those great sponsors are being shown to you at the bottom left of your screen, bringing you Cyclone football every week. Easterling wants to throw. He's going down the middle and has a man. Pass complete to Brandon Parrish, number 2. Threw it right over the middle. Easterling's pass, and really outstanding effort considering how wet and sloppy it is. He threw it right on the number. 6:09 and clock moving in the second quarter. So Bryant gets one of the biggest offensive plays for either team here in the first half. Give it to Rycraw, and Rycraw slashes his way across the left side.
Rycraw slips on that play for the Hornets. Play results instead of Bryant first down.
So 2 plays back-to-back have been very successful for Bryant. The pass play over the middle to Brandon Parrish, and then a 7 or 8 yard run left by Rycroft. Easterling gives it to Rycroft once again. This time he is hemmed up and dropped for a loss. Oh boy, let's look at it again. This time from ground level. And the Cyclone defense in there quickly. Some good gang tackling. Led in there by Addison Walker, number 44. Loss on the play. Logan Garland goes split left. Easterling wants to throw, goes down the middle again. This time he is incomplete, intending for Brandon Parrish. John Olson was over there to cover. Also over there was Jackson Jacobs, number 17. I mean, that's some confidence being shown by Easterling because he's taking a quick snap and dropping back quickly, trying to set that right foot to plant, to throw the football on this soggy field. So far, he's done a pretty good job, but that foot, if it slips from underneath you, no telling where the ball's going to go. Here's Easterling. Rolling. Look out. Evaded one tackler. Got a good block there and throws down along the left-hand side, incomplete. It is complete. Oh, I missed it. There's a flag on the play. Caught it right in front of the bench. And again, that's Parrish making the catch on the play. But this one is coming back. Boy, this is a situation where we've had enough penalties here in the first half. You know, we could have started our own clothing store with all of the yellow hankies that have been thrown here tonight. Holding once again. 4:50 to go. The clock stopped as Parrish went out of bounds. But boy, oh boy, neither team can get forward very far where a penalty doesn't wipe out a good gain. Easterling wants to throw again. Throws to Rycroft out of the backfield. 20. Trying to get up near the 30. Didn't quite get there. Got to the 29-yard line. Stopped by Aaron McConnell, number 47. Nice open field tackle from McConnell. 4th down coming up for Bryant. Late here in the first half. So back for the Cyclones of Arian Collins, hoping he'll have a chance for a run back here. Good snap. And a driving kick. Collins takes it on the run. 40, 45, into the open field. Nice job. He's still on his feet. Arian Collins into Bryant territory. Let's look at it again from ground level. Trying to get some running room on this sloppy track. Broke a tackle there, turns a 180. Breaks a tackle there. That's a second tackle he broke. And finally run out of bounds. Tanner Tolbert, number 20 over there, to finally get him out of bounds, but not before it's deep into Bryant territory at the 31-yard line, the deepest penetration by the Cyclones tonight. Look at them. They're excited. They're up to the line of scrimmage in a hurry. Keeping it. And Varian Collins carries it down inside the 20 to about the 17-yard line. Great job of faking done by Lane Reeves. Let's look at it here. He comes back, and he handed it to him. And then faked as though Lane had it himself in his stomach. But a Varian Collins on that little bit of deception, able to carry it down to about the 17 or 18-yard line. Lane Reeves carries the football to the 15-yard line. Some hard hitting down there from Bryant on that mud field. Stop made by Dustin Grimmett, once again, number 58. Cyclones have it at the 15-yard line, and young Lane Reeves doing an excellent job. Remember, he is filling in for senior veteran quarterback Barrett Hughes, who's out with a shoulder injury. Sophomore been doing a pretty good job. Gives it there. What a job done there by Jacob Sparks. Running for the pylon. Is he in? Oh, just stopped just short. Let's look at it again. Snap. Give it off to Jacob Sparks. He wanted to go left and saw this opening right. And now it's just a foot race to the pylon. And number 19, Stanley Oxner, 6'1", 175 defensive back, stopped him just shy of the goal line. Lane Reeves trying to move forward in for the touchdown. Looked like he went more sideways than he did forward. Down at the bottom of that pile was Ryan Cox, number 91. And that football at the 1-yard line. Lane Reeves looks like he just graduated from mud wrestling college. Boy, I mean to tell you, they've got mud everywhere. But they're excited as the Cyclones are right there on the door. Lane Reeves once again. Touchdown, Cyclones! A 1-yard plunge from ground level. Nice job of blocking by the up front big guys. And it helps that Lane is 6'3". So with exactly 2 minutes to go in the first half, the Cyclones have drawn first blood and lead 6-0. Zach Hocker will attempt the extra point kick. As the Cyclones shift over, you can tell who Zach is. He's the one with the bright white uniform, not muddy. So he'll attempt to make it 7-0. The snap is down and the kick. A sidewinder is up and it is good. Your score, Russellville leading Bryant 7-0. We'll be right back. There's Zach Cocker with the bright white uniform going to kick off. And the Cyclones have drawn first blood and lead Bryant by a score of 7-0. And I'll tell you what, right now you got to say a lot for the job the young quarterback, number 14, Lane Reeves, has done. He's just a sophomore, but he has come on with a lot of confidence. And there's the kick. Goodbye. You can forget that. That's a Zach Hocker special. And I'll tell you what, there ought to be a lot of Division I football teams knocking at Mr. Hocker's door because he is definitely one of the best kickers. You know, Russellville has produced several great kickers in past years. And Zach has got to be right up there with them. And he deserves to be in a Division I program. Give it off to Rycraw. He's into the secondary and finally pulled down. Big gain for Rycraw. You can tell he's a dandy. Let me tell you. Like the way he runs also. Chris Rycraw, 5'10", 190. Good size youngster, a lot of power, got some speed. Direct snap. Give it off to Rycraw once again, and he broke a tackle over there of John Olson's, and then Bradford Webb finally ran him out of bounds into the Bryant bench. And you can see how these guys are kind of slipping along even after they tackle somebody. It's kind of like they're oozing down the field still. Bryant, knowing that time is running out on the first half, and they trail 7-0. back, rolling to the near side, throwing, and incomplete. Really had to throw on the run was Easterling. And the ball fell incomplete. Andrew Tryon, you see with a big smile over there. Number 2. But in Easterling's defense, he really didn't get a chance to set that right foot and throw. He was being pressured heavily by the Cyclone defensive front. Offset eye in the backfield for Easterling. Play action fake, wants to throw. He's going downfield. And it's almost intercepted. Ooh. You can look here. Andrew Tryon, that's what the mud does to you. He couldn't get the ball and his feet underneath him. The pass was intended for Tanner Tolbert, number 20. So the ball fell slipperily, if that's a word, to the ground. Easterling from the shotgun now. Gives it off to Rycraw, and he is dropped for a loss in the backfield. Nice job again done by Addison Walker. Look at it from ground level. Addison knifes through there. Not any chance at all. A timeout is called by the Cyclones. We'll be right back. A minute 4 to go in the first half. Russellville leads 7-0. It's been a good half for the Cyclones. Great half for the first half for the defense for Russellville. Both defenses have played pretty good, but the Cyclones offensively were able to punch in a score. And if you don't like mud, you don't want to be out on this field tonight. Look at it. It's just getting worse and worse as the evening continues. And you can see there's a ground level shot. It looks like 100 golfers with bad chip shots been out there divoting the field. There's the punt, and it's going to roll dead at the 30-yard line. That's where the Cyclones will take over. Well, the Cyclones still have a little bit of time before the end of the first half, but it looks like they may just go into this halftime locker room with a 7-0 lead and not chance on this wet, sloppy field, not chance a turnover and give Bryant some momentum here before the first half ends. So Reeves just took a knee. He'll probably have to take one more before the end of the first half. So Varian Collins says, well, if you're going to do that, I'm going to come back here to the huddle. The victory formation is, and Lane Reeves just takes a step back. And that should be the last play. It is. That'll be the last play of the first half. The Cyclones have drawn the only blood of the night. They have the only score. Lane Reeves on a 1-yard run. And at the half, the Russellville Crimson Cyclones lead Bryant in a big ball game, 7-0. We'll be right back. Time now for the Cyclone recap. Great plays of the first half. A real grinder. Jacob Sparks on the ground. In the flat, the Cyclones just having to lower their heads and get what they can get. Here's Lane Reeves with a nice play on the quarterback keeper. Just been that kind of a first half. Here's Lane Reeves coming right at you. His 6'3" frame making a difference on this muddy, wet, sloppy field. There's Jones, met hard out in the flat by the Cyclone defense. And what a job the first half defense did for the Cyclones. Andrew Tryon there. Whoop, a little bobble of the football. Rycroft met in the backfield and dropped. Look at all the white jerseys around. Reeves looks like an instant replay of the one we showed you a moment ago. Whoop, look at him slip there. You can see him kicking up the dirt and the mud. But the Cyclones were able to get one score in the first half. Here's Reeves once again doing a good job of just running the football. Here's that reverse that came to Cole Smith. Came up the near side. He broke one tackle and almost got away from a second tackle there at midfield. Here's Rycroft trying to spread it out, and whoops, a nice tackle by Andrew Tryon, although that unfortunately tacked on a penalty for a face mask. Here's Rycroft trying to pick his way, and he's not going to make it anywhere with Addison Walker there, let me tell you. Here's Rycroft again. Ricky Collins puts the stopper on him there. And another flip to Rycroft, and he's met in the backfield and dropped, this time by Ty Osborne. So kudos go out to that Cyclone defense there in the first half. Easterling handing it off to Rycroft. There's Addison Walker again. Here's Varian Collins coming to the near side after the punt. Breaks one tackle there. Scoots past another here. Nice individual effort by Varian Collins. Out of bounds on the near sideline. That set up the Cyclones touchdown. There's the little handoff inside. Great deception, and again it's Varian Collins with a big pickup down to just outside the 15-yard line. Nice redirection play there by Jacob Sparks. He almost scored on this play. Knocked out at the 1. Now the Cyclone touchdown, Lane Reeves. Behind some good blocking in for the score. And the Cyclones took a 6-0 lead, the only touchdown of the first half. And here's the extra point from Zach Hocker. It's a sidewinder, but it went through the uprights. It's good. That's our score, 7-0 at halftime. The great plays of the first half, the Cyclone recap. Well, the captain's coming to the center of the field as we get ready for the third quarter. Remember that Bryant decided to defer to the second half, so we'll see what the Hornets want to do. The defenses have led the charge tonight. 7-0 Russellville. On this nasty field with shivering weather here in Bryant. So for the start of the second half, Bryant will receive and defend the goal to your left. Cyclones will kick, and that's the way it'll be to begin the third quarter. Again, Russellville's lone score on a 1-yard plunge by Lane Reeves after Jacob Sparks set it up with a run to the 1-yard line. Russellville, what a big victory this would be. This is a pivotal game in the season for the Cyclones. Mid-season, a win here tonight could propel the Cyclones back to the state playoffs once again. A loss, and you just don't know how that might affect your mojo and your enthusiasm and your momentum for the upcoming game. So the Cyclones really want a victory here at Bryant this evening. Bryant, of course, ranked as one of the best teams in the state. And so the Cyclones, and you got to give the Cyclones a lot of credit. You've taken the engineer off the train. Your starting quarterback, senior, great experience, and he's been around, been through some big games. Barrett Hughes. You take him out of the lineup and you put in a little used sophomore in Lane Reeves, and Lane has responded very well. I'll tell you what, the offense has not made many mistakes as far as fumbling the football and that. There have been a few penalties, but most of those have been during the action of the game, not from snaps or lines up along the line of scrimmage. So, got to give Lane a lot of credit for responding very well. Well, here's Zach Cocker to kick off. Got 2 more quarters of exciting Cyclone football for you here this evening from Bryant. You can see all the blankets in the crowd. And goodbye. Well, this one came down at the 1. I can't believe. Actually going to have a run back. That's Tolbert. Back upfield. To the 30. There's a fumble. Let's see what the officials are going to say. They're going to say that apparently Tolbert must have been downed, because the ball definitely wound up in a Cyclone hands, but the officials say no. Whistle had already blown. The man was already down. So right at the 30-yard line, or just outside the 30, Bryant will have the football. Chris Rycraw, one of the better running backs we've seen this year, is the tailback. He's been spelled a little bit by James Jones. High formation behind Easterling. Offset the fullback. Give it to Rycraw, and he is dumped at the line of scrimmage. Let's look at it again from ground level. You're going to see the big hit right here. Kaboom! And nothing going there, and with his big bare arms around him is Brad Barnes, number 36, the 6'3 junior. Tell you what, Coach McNabb's got to be happy with that kind of play that he's seeing from his Cyclone defenders. Here's Rycraw once again, who got some running room this time, though. Running over people, cross midfield. Biggest run of the night for Rycraw. And it's a first down for the Bryant Hornets. At the bottom of that pile was Logan Pruitt, number 35. Rycraw hasn't gotten loose much tonight, but he did that time and took it to inside the 45-yard line of Russellville. Big run. Easterling. Play action, looking downfield, being forced out of the pocket, going to have to keep it himself. Nice run in the open field. And Easterling down inside the 20-yard line. He was chased by Blake Robinson. Andrew Tryon over there as he went out of bounds, but not before about 27 yards on that run by Easterling. Jimmy Easterling. And now Bryant is knocking on the door. Third quarter, 7-0 Cyclones. The fullback in the ball game is Marcus Harris. He's number 33 for a fumble on the play, and Easterling just had to get forward what he could. Let's look at it from ground level. Oops, the ball's on the ground, and Easterling wants to go left, but got a hold of his jersey, and he's just able to fall forward for about back to the line of scrimmage. And that's the thing on a wet, sloppy field like it is tonight. You can get a big run or a big pass play, and the next play, if you have one where you lay it on the ground, you could give it up, or you could get absolutely no gain or a loss. Power I formation, power left. Looking, Easterling wants to throw back, has a man, incomplete. Nice job by John Olson, got over there. Let's look at it again, and he went up as tall as he could go. The intended receiver, the big end coming out of coming out of the backfield as a slot back. So Olson had to jump all he could jump just to try to get his hands on it, and was good enough to force an incompletion. Easterling under pressure, waits, going to throw to the end zone. There's a flag on the play. The pass was intended for Brady Butler. And there comes the yellow hanky out. Now they were both going for the football, but there was an arm out there on Butler's shoulder. And it is pass interference against Russellville. So that will move it. Should be half the distance to the goal, which won't be very far. Puts it down inside the 9. And the Hornets are knocking on the door. In the Wildcat formation, Rycraw with the direct snap. Tries to go to the outside, hemmed in, and he is dumped. Good job, Cyclones. Putting the stopper on him, Jackson Jacobs, number 17. Let's look at it again. Rycraw wanted to look for some blockers up front. Nothing there. Tried to get the outside. That was Bradford Webb that slowed him up, and then coming in to make the finish was Jackson Jacobs as they slipped down. Been a lot of slipping down. Easterling back in now, under center. Quick pitch to Rycraw. Trying to get to the corner. And he's knocked out of bounds. We can't see the pylon from where all the bodies are. Helping on the play was Aaron McConnell, number 47. 8:29 to go in the third period. Football down there looks like about the 8. Hard to tell with all of the ground all chopped up. I formation. Easterling rolling to the near side, throws to the end zone, incomplete. Nice job done by the Cyclone defense. The white uniforms that have turned brown. Throw intended, and at the last second, what a nice job. Turned in there. The intended receiver was Blake Heil, number 88. So a field goal is in the offing, at least an attempted field goal. It's going to be about 26 yards. Jace Denker, the left-footed kicker. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And your new score, the Russellville Crimson Cyclones 7 and Bryant 3. We'll be back. The Cyclones get the football in just a moment. So Denker brings Bryant to within 4 points at 7-3. And the field conditions are not getting any better, and it isn't getting any warmer either. The kick from the 15-yard line, and you see right in the open field, Jacob Sparks falls down on the muddy field. There was nobody near him. He just lost his footing. He's upset, but there's nothing you can do about that. I mean, that's weather conditions there. That's field conditions. So from the 27-yard line, Russellville leading 7-3 and with the football. Midway through period number 3. Cyclones need a nice long drive here. Take plenty of time off the clock and keep the ball away from Bryant. Reeves looking to try to get outside, and he did not get outside. Tried to juke down the line, but the blue-clad Bryant Hornets did not take the bait, and as their name implies, they swarmed Lane Reeves. I can't claim credit for that particular analogy, but it's a good one. Twin receivers go split right. Reeves looking to throw the football down the field and incomplete. Sliding across the 50 was Demarius Neal. And there's the other thing you have to remember. If you're the quarterback trying to throw, you can't throw it as far in front of those receivers as you're used to on a dry field, because some of the time you're just about running in place in this mud. 7-3 Cyclones from Bryant on a frigid, nasty, cold, and wet night. Twin receivers right. Matt Lutz there, number 8. Bring a man in motion. Get a little screen set up to Varian Collins. 30, 25 to the 40. Out to midfield, 40. He may go all the way. Down to the 15-yard line, maybe the 14. Beautiful job on that screen pass. They set it up beautifully. Had the blockers out there. Varian Collins gets a block out front, then switches arms with the football. There's the 50. Breaks a tackle here. 30-yard line. He could smell the end zone and just got tripped up at the end. Number 9 was Samuel Watson. Good block thrown by Cole Smith, by the way, number 81. Here's Lane Reeves just powering himself forward. He's stopped by Hunter Mayall, number 18. And Lane hasn't had to throw a whole lot tonight. It's not exactly a good night to throw the football. But he's been a good running threat with that 6'3", 180-pound frame. And he and Jacob Sparks have held on to the football. That's the main thing. Football inside the 10. Hand it to Sparks. Sparks breaks one tackle, but not the gang tackling of the Hornets after that. Picked up a couple of tough yards straight ahead. Mayall again. Also in on the tackle was Dustin Grimmett, number 58. He got a tap on the helmet from Jacob Sparks for a good play. You saw under 6 minutes to go in the third period. The Hornets trying to get their fans to get involved here and put on a big stop defensively. Reeves gonna take it himself down to the 1-yard line. Nice fake on the play. Look at him make the nice fake here inside to Jacob Sparks. Covers it up. Gets good up front blocking. Got a hole and falls, just shy of the goal line. So the Cyclones knocking at the door. Old Mo is on the Cyclones side right now. Well, we'll call it the 2-yard line. He kind of slipped down a little bit. Demarius Neal is now the fullback. Reeves has already scored from 1 yard out. And a flag is thrown. Boy, oh boy, we've seen a lot of hankies tonight. The people who invented yellow dye must have bought a sponsorship. And it is a false start. Illegal procedure against the Cyclones will move them back 5 to the 7-yard line now. That's not quite as good. This is tough territory down here in the red zone. And these defenses, both of them, have played very well tonight. Give it to Jacob Sparks, and he just throws himself into the pile. Stopped by Josh Hampton, number 98. Not much of a gain there at all. At offensive line, led in there by Andrew Pollock. 52 is Cameron Coker. 71 is Logan Pirtle. 54 is Bridger Dale. These guys trying to open some holes out there. And another flag is thrown. So let's see what the officials call. Guess what? Same thing second time. 51 there is Big Mitch Hall, is 6'6", 317-pounder, so it gives you a look at the offensive line now. But Cyclones have shot themselves in the foot a little bit here. They were at the 2-yard line, now they're back to the 12. Lane Reeves almost scored again. Nice play action again to Jacob Sparks coming to the left-hand side. That's the way the flow was. But look at the size of this hole straight ahead. And Reeves gets almost to the goal line. The official almost signaled touchdown before he got there. And he's not there yet. Cyclones up to the line of scrimmage between the 2 and the 3-yard line. Lane Reeves running at quarterback has been quite a weapon tonight. He's going to take it again. He's in. Cyclone touchdown. Second time tonight, and this has been the weapon tonight on this soggy field. Is Lane Reeves, the sophomore quarterback, just going in there, bearing ahead and getting all he could get. With 3:05 left to go in the third period, the Cyclones have opened it up to 13-3, and Zach Hocker will try to make it 14. Cyclones have got to feel good right now. They've played very well tonight, and they have dominated this football game. You hear the Bryant fans going, block that kick. Snap, Blake Robinson's hold, and whoop. That was fumbled, but there's a whistle on the play. There's the flag. And it's a procedure penalty, a false start on Russellville again. Third one on that series. That series of plays. So now Zach's going to have to kick it from the 15-yard line. Which, I mean, is no big deal to him, but on a sloppy field, you never know. You got to plant that left foot, drive the football. He got all of that one, though. It's good. Your score, your new score, Russellville 14, Bryant 3. Hooray, Cyclones. We'll be right back. Zach Hocker will kick it away. Well, he's got his right knee is muddy. And the rest of them, I mean to tell you, you'd think they were coal miners. Boy, oh boy. Look at Ricky Collins there. Have to use that high-powered laundry detergent on those uniforms tonight. This one goes to the back of the end zone. It's fumbled out of the back of the end zone by Tolbert. And that means it'll be 1st and 10 for Bryant at their own 20-yard line. Late in the third quarter, Russellville with a 14-3 lead here at Bryant on the road. What a job these Cyclones have done. I'll tell you what, it's been a team effort. I mean, the offense has had to struggle against these muddy conditions and to try to make some forward progress, and they've done a good job, and the defense has just been playing lights out. So the defense digs in against this Bryant Hornet ball club, now finding themselves really in a hole at 14-3. Easterling gives it to Rycraw, and he is stood up and pulled back. Looked like number 33, Luke Reeves, the junior, 6 foot 220, was in on the stop that time. Twin receivers come to the near side. That's Parrish and Garland, numbers 2 and 4. That's the wide side of the field. Play action, thrown to the inside of Parrish and incomplete. And on that wet, muddy field, he couldn't turn and make a quick stop and go back and get the football. Just not possible. You find yourself with your nose in the dirt. A big thank you to all the Cyclone fans that have made the trip down to support these Cyclones here at Bryant on a nasty, nasty night. Easterling. Now he's going to run. Broke a tackle. But no, Blake Robinson's going to get him there. Oh, big loss. Easterling trying to fight his way to get some time and find an open receiver. Look at this. He runs a little bit to the left. Whoop, there's nobody there. Almost gotten there by Luke Reeves. Comes to the near side. Ricky Collins is running him down, and then Blake Robinson wraps him up and drops him for a big loss. That was a great defensive play. Coach McNabb's got to be happy with the way the defense has played tonight. And kicking from his own end zone, Bryant. Ooh, there's one off the side of the foot. Not very far at all. Not unusual on a night with a muddy track. Tolbert gets it there, and he steps forward at the goal line, and blink, right off the side of his foot. Cyclones will have the football. Great field position, leading 14-3 in just a moment. Cyclones with the football. Great field position just outside the 20. Lane Reeves gives it off to Jacob Sparks. Broke a tackle, but then stopped as he got to about the 21 by 4 or 5. Blue-clad Hornets led by Tolbert. Tanner Tolbert, number 20. Late moments of the third period with the Cyclones leading 14-3. Very convincing to this point by the Cyclones. Lane Reeves gonna take it himself. He broke a tackle, back to the right-hand side, running for pay dirt to the 10. And he's gonna be down to about the 8-yard line. Nice job of reversing his field. Samil Watson, number 9. Look here, the play is designed to go left. And Lane says, whoops, there's 2 more blue guys there, so I'm going to turn back to the right. There's lots of white shirts over here. And it's just a foot race. Cole Smith with a nice block out there. And he's finally drugged down about the 8. So a nice job of adaptation there by the young sophomore quarterback. What a job he's done tonight. And there's a flag on the play. Boy, it seems like once the Cyclones get inside the 20, that they have a sponsorship on yellow flags. Whew. Been a bunch of them tonight. Another false start illegal procedure against Russellville. So back about to the 13-yard line now. It has been penalty city. As Lane Reeves went over and talked to head coach Jeff Holt, brings the play in. Jacob Sparks to his left. And The officials are stepping in for a Russellville timeout. We'll be right back. Well, interestingly enough, the Cyclones take a timeout with only 7.1 seconds on the third period clock. Because after probably this play, it'll be the end of the third period, and they'll have a automatic timeout. But at any rate, Reeves, he's going to throw it for the end zone. Incomplete, off the shoulder pads. Boy, that one was close. Avarian Collins was the intended receiver. He had inside position, but again, you got that wet, sloppy ball. And it just bounced away incomplete. .3 seconds left in the third quarter. So let's see if Russellville goes to the end zone again. They may want to take advantage of being at this end of the field. That may be why they called the timeout. Hand it off to Jacob Sparks. Down to near the goal line. That's the end of the third quarter. A flag on that last play of the third period. You see it laying there on the mud. You see also below that all of our great sponsors. Boy, we appreciate them so much being a sponsor, bringing you these telecasts. It's a holding call against Russellville. Just as the Cyclones got down to about the 2-yard line again, they're going to be moved back. So big thanks to, as you see, Liberty Bank of Arkansas there, Little John Trucking, Kimes Lions Physical Therapy, all of these, Max Nutrition, all great sponsors of bringing you the Cyclone football games throughout the season, both home and away, and we hope on into the playoffs too. So the ball has been placed. The Cyclones are walking to the other end of the football field. Head coach Jeff Holt has got to be pretty pleased on this wet, sloppy, nasty field with a young sophomore quarterback at the helm. The Cyclone fans are appreciative, and they're also clapping their way to support the Cyclones to carry it forth one more quarter here tonight. But it's been a really outstanding effort, and outside of the penalties, very few mistakes that have been made by the Cyclones. Considering all the conditions and the young sophomore quarterback in there. Great job by this entire Cyclone ball club here tonight. But we got another quarter to go, so hold on. Reeves wants to throw, being forced out of the pocket, and going to be dumped for a loss. Again, big number 91, Ryan Cox, 200-pound senior defensive end, was in there, and there's another yellow hanky on the turf. It's holding against Russellville. And that's going to move the Cyclones back even further. Remember, at the end of the third period, they had moved the football to the 2-yard line. Now it's back at almost the 39, almost the 39. My word. Boys, we want to go to the right. That way. 11:52 to go in the football game. Cyclones lead at 14-3, and we're thankful we're on the Bryant Hornet end of the football field. Reeves, no place to go. Dropped the muddy football, gets it off to Demarius Neal, and Demarius tries to make a little yardage. Got back to the line of scrimmage. Stop made by number 37, Trey Sowell, senior 180-pounder, and Lane Reeves, The young sophomore did a great job of thinking on his feet. He was able to contain and, control the football, stabilize the football in his hands. Finally got it off to Demarius Neal, and Demarius was able to actually make a yard gain. After all that went on with the ball flying through the slippery hands of Lane Reeves. Back, wanting to throw. He's going downtown. It's incomplete. Down there inside the 5-yard line, intended for Avarian Collins. Lane Reeves showing that he's got a pretty nice arm, and that's only going to get better. So Zach Hocker is into the football game to attempt a field goal. And this will be a pretty lengthy, well, I guess he's just going to punt. I was going to say this is a pretty long field goal, but he's just going to punt. Because that would have been about 57 yards probably, maybe 55. He's kicked a 52-yarder. But he's just going to punt it away here and try to pin Bryant deep. Ooh, high snap. That was Scaryville for a second. And the ball's going to roll down and roll dead. Look at this. Roll out of bounds at the 3.5-yard line. Bryant has the football when we return. Well, I'll say it again. I know I'm prejudiced, but if there's a better kicker in the state of Arkansas, they're going to have to show me. Very short pickup there for Rycraw. Look at this from ground level. Rycraw, whoops. And he is just drugged down. That's Luke Reeves making the stop, number 33. And that's precariously close to Bryant's end zone. It's at the 2-yard line. Easterling. Offset eye. Give it to Rycraw, and he is able to get up to about the 11. Logan Pruitt made the stop. Looking at again from ground level. Nice job here by Rycraw, using his blockers and got a little crease. Pruitt gave him a nice muddy reception to that end of the football field. To the near side, split is Logan Garland, number 4. You can hear the Cyclone fans urging on the defense. Back, Eastling throwing. It's complete. Nice job there. Caught by Brandon Parrish, number 2. John Olson was over there to limit the gain. But it is out to the 20-yard line. Just 9:22 left to go in this one. It's been a speedy ball game. Give it off Rycraw. He gets drugged down from behind once again after skipping around the right side. That's Ricky Collins at the bottom of that particular pile. Ricky is 5'11", 180, and he's just a sophomore. We're going to get to enjoy him a couple more years. Easterling wants to throw, sets, fires, almost intercepted. Incomplete. Almost intercepted by Andrew Tryon. And you can see, I think he slips here just a little bit as he plants to throw the football. And yeah, the Cyclones almost got the interception on that particular pass play. Midway through the fourth quarter, 14-3 Cyclones. Hand it off. Rycroft falls as he tried to slip right. Logan Pruitt was there to make sure he stayed down. See where they mark it. Called a first down for the Hornets just outside the 30 as they swap footballs, try to keep a dry football on the field. Bryant, down by 11, has got to know on this sloppy field they've got to produce something pretty dramatic in a hurry. They just can't slog it down the field. There really isn't enough time because they're down 2 scores. Easterling throwing downfield and way too high and out of bounds. Threw it into the Cyclone bench. Again, the ball sailed on him. Was intended for Parrish. But you have to wonder that Bryant has got to be in a little bit of desperate mode now, because just a single score, if they just slog it out and move down the field, that won't be enough. They've got to have 2 scores. And the way this field condition has been, that isn't conducive to a lot of quick scoring. Give it off Rycroft. Nice job there for the Cyclones. Looked like Andrew Tryon once again. We'll check it out from ground level. He's got an opening here, Rycroft does, Chris Rycroft. But there comes Andrew Tryon across for a nice open field tackle. You see, time is of the essence. It's in the Cyclones' favor. 7:53 to go. Back. Easterling waits, fires. It's incomplete. And did I see a yellow flag? Yes. There it is. The Cyclone fans are not happy. They think it's a pass interference call against Russellville, and it probably is, and it is. And they almost had Easterling for a loss. Look at them both going up for that. I can see why the Cyclone fans are upset, because Olsen, along with Parrish, were both jumping for the ball at the same time. And I didn't see any pass interference on that particular play. They were just both going for the football. Good job by our camera crew, as usual. Getting those great shots. The NFL has nothing on IMC Studios. 14-3. Hand it off once again. Rycroft, some good running room here. Bradford Webb, number 1, over there to make the stop. But not before. Rycroft is able to get out to the 36-yard line. Now let's make it the 44-yard line. Excuse me. 44-yard line it is. Of the Cyclones. Easterling wants to go downtown, throws incomplete. It was intended that time for Logan Garland. But the Cyclone defensive secondary is having none of it. And they haven't backed off, even though they were called for the pass interference call. They have not backed off on the intensity, to say the least. Easterling with a definite air of desperation now, trying to get a big play for a touchdown. And there's a flag on the play. Did the Cyclone jump into the neutral zone and make contact too soon, or was it against Bryant? Russellville is given ground. So move it down to the 39-yard line. Offsides, Russellville. And Bryant is getting ever closer to the red zone. Easterling wants to throw. Downfield, and that one, that could have been caught. That one could have been caught by Logan Garland, but it slips off his fingers. And Easterling, either the ball has sailed on him from the wet conditions, or that one was dropped. He just hadn't had much success at all throwing the football on this kind of a night. Even though that's what Bryant needs desperately, is a big touchdown pass or a big run for a score. He's hit just as he delivers this one. It is complete to Brandon Parrish, out of bounds. inside the 30-yard line. Over there, Addison Walker, number 44. But Easterling came up with a big throw and catch that time, and he was hit just as he delivered the football. Easterling in a hurry, under center. Gives it off to Rycraw, and tell you what, nothing there. Aaron McConnell able to stop that one. Let's look at it. Rycraw steps in, and nice job there by Aaron McConnell. He grabbed out there, and he was almost on his knees when Rycraw came by, and we're down to 6:22. And again, what a job this Cyclone defense has done tonight. Easterling wants to throw. Back, rolls right now, just going to run the football, and he's going to run out of bounds around the 15-yard line. Easterling gave Russellville back a little bit of its own medicine that Lane Reeves has been giving to Bryant all night on the quarterback keepers. So the football down at the 13-yard line. Russellville 14, Bryant 3. Give it off. Rycraw, not anything going there. Boy, the Cyclone defenders really fought off the blocks here. Rycraw looks to have some blockers, and then, whoops, there's nobody there. Matter of fact, I think that's Ty Osborne. He had the offensive lineman and the ball carrier. Great job. He had turned number 98, Josh Hampton, inside, and he had both of them. Easterling rolling right, throws to the end zone. Incomplete. Bradford Webb knocked it free. It was intended for Josh Hampton, number 98, the tight end. The Cyclone defense coming up with great play after great play after great play. Easterling. You can hear the Cyclone fans urging that defense on. Fake to Rycraw, throwing to the end zone. Incomplete. Andrew Tryon knocked it free from Brandon Parrish just at the last moment. Look at it on instant replay from ground level. This is a good throw and could have been a great catch. But Parrish over his shoulder, not quite, and whoops, look at the sliding around there as Andrew Tryon was able to hit him just at the right moment for it to come off his fingertips. So into the football game is Jace Denker, the sophomore kicker. The football will be placed down about the 22-yard line. It'll be a 32-yard field goal attempt. And the kick is up, and the kick is no good. Russellville takes over. We'll be back in just a moment. There are the Cyclone fans. They have been treated royally by this great Cyclone effort here tonight. And let me tell you, Denker, that was not a little play in this football game. If Denker makes that field goal, it's only an 8-point game. That's a touchdown and a 2-point conversion that Bryant would have been behind. But missing, no good. Here is Jacob Sparks, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage is all. Hunter Mayall, the linebacker, made the play, number 18. No gain on the play. But that was a big miss, because if he makes that field goal, and if Bryant could hold and get the ball back, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion would have tied the game. But as it sits right now, it's still an 11-point, 2-possession lead for the Cyclones. Reeves We have a flag on the play. Are we going to set a new Guinness Book of World Record for most penalties in a night? And there's another false start. Something the Cyclones have just not been doing. And I know head coach Jeff Holt is going, "Now, boys, just settle down, do what we do." But that's completely out of character for the Cyclone offensive line. Move the football back to the 15-yard line. Lane Reeves runs into the huddle. The young sophomore quarterback has had a lot on his shoulders with this big game, and he has responded well. This one goes through his hands. He's going to pick it up himself, and he's dumped down at the 5-yard line, but he held onto the football. That's the main thing. So a big loss on the play. We have a timeout on the field for Bryant. Back after this. The coaching staff on the sideline. Head coach Jeff Holt talking to his offensive unit. The main thing now is don't make a mistake and don't lose the football down here deep in your own territory. Zach Hocker can kick us out of trouble. I'm sure he's told them. We just don't need to lose it down here where Bryant could get an easy score here late in the football game and put momentum on their side at home. You can hear the Bryant fans really hollering. Give it off to Jacob Sparks. Sparks worms his way out to the 9. It's a timeout on the field for Bryant. Back after this. Bryant trying to preserve as much of the time remaining as they can, but still 3:52 to go. A little surprised they're taking timeouts quite this early, but on the other side of the coin, they've got 2 scores to make up. And now Zach Hocker's in the ball game to hopefully punt the Cyclones out of trouble. And Bryant, of course, hoping they can get a blocked punt or a fumbled punt because of the wet conditions and maybe get an easy score. But you got a seasoned performer back there in Zach Hocker. He knows what to do with it. And he gets the kick away. And it's going to roll dead about the 42-yard line, and Bryant will have the football when we return. At the 42, Bryant. And you know they're going to be flinging the football right here. At least that'll be their main objective. Easterling throws back, gets it to Rycraw down the near side, but he's not going to pick up much. About 2 or 3 as Andrew Tryon is there again, number 2. And week after week, he and many other members of that Cyclone defense just continue to impress. Picked up about 2. Down to the 39-yard line. Make it 3, we'll call it. The second down and 7. Easterling throwing out of the flat, and that was not even close to the intended receiver, Brandon Parrish. I don't know whether Brandon couldn't stop and pivot out there on the mud or what, but the ball was thrown about 5 yards away from him. Time running out on the blue-clad Bryant Hornets. Cyclones lead it 14-3. Easterling's going to go downfield, and that one is complete to Parrish. Andrew Tryon once again over there. Moves the football down to the 32-yard line. Hands it off to Rycraw, and oh, he is dumped right at the line of scrimmage. What a job. Good job there by the Cyclone defense. Let's look at it again on instant replay. Rycraw wants to go outside, but I'll tell you what, Aaron McConnell forced him back to the inside, and Rue Massey put the finisher on her. But that's what you call team defense. The officials want to look at it. So they'll bring the chains in. They're at the 32-yard line. Again, you got to give a lot of credit to both these ball clubs. It's been a very cleanly played game on a night when it's not very clean out there, let me tell you. So they stretch the chain, and oh, it is short. It is short. The Cyclone defense has held again. What a job. Coach McNabb's got to be thrilled with this. So the Cyclones happy. The fans are happy. And they've got to have old momentum on their side right now with not much time remaining in the football game. Again, you just want to hold on to it here, and maybe if you can eke out a first down or two. And there's what we're talking about. Lane Reeves dropped the football, but he was able to fall back on it. And I mean, he caught it cleanly. We have a timeout on the field for Bryant. We'll be right back. 2:26 to go in the ball game, and of course, as the night wears on, the field gets sloppier and sloppier. Your uniform is sloppier, the ball is wet, and it gets colder. It gets increasingly hard to hold on to the football. And now Lane's going to go up under center, because that last one he had a hold of, and it just, whoops, it was away. Give it off to Jacob Sparks, and Sparks, he is dumped. May have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. Over there, number 99, Ronnie Maxwell, 275-pound senior. But right now, the main thing the Cyclones are just trying to do is hold on to the football and, as I said, get a first down or two. They picked up about 3 on that particular play. It's third down and still about 7. You see the clock and the far distance on the scoreboard, under 2 minutes. Every tick is in the Cyclones' favor for this big victory here at Bryant. Jacob Sparks slides forward. There goes the ball loose. Just what we were talking about. Tolbert was able to scoop it up, and that turns the football over to Bryant. Jacob Sparks getting up slowly. Let's look at it again on instant replay from ground level. Here comes Jacob, gets hit, and boy, the helmet right on the ball, and it pops out, and Tolbert scoops it up and slides for about 5 yards. So that's exactly what the Cyclones did not want to happen. It's at the 35. But as I said, the later in the evening it gets, it's harder and harder to hold on to the football. You try to keep a dry ball, but 3 wide receivers right for Bryant. Easterling from the shotgun. Fires. And it is caught and out of bounds. A beautiful catch by Logan Garland. Boy, I'll tell you, Easterling put it right over the Cyclone defender and put it right down. If Garland had been able to recapture his footing, he would have scored easily, but his momentum carried him out of bounds. It's a first down for Bryant and a big throw. Exactly what the Cyclones did not want. Give it off, and there's a big play right there. Dropping Rycroft for a big loss. Aaron McConnell. Let's look at it from ground level. The defense makes another big play. Look here, big bear hug. No place to go. Thank you, Mr. McConnell. Easterling wants to go to the end zone. Under pressure, throws. It's intercepted by the Cyclones. In the end zone by Andrew Tryon, and he slips down. Actually, he went down on purpose. And that will be a touchback, and that'll bring it. There's a flag on the play, however. We'll see what that is. Easterling wants to go to the end zone desperately. And he goes to the end zone all right, but he finds the wrong jersey. Apparently he was going for Parrish, and Tryon, just trying to run away from trouble, finally says, whoops, I believe I'll get down. And then a hit there from a Bryant defender. So this time it's a personal foul against Bryant, as Tryon's slipped down, or actually of his own design, he went down. And a 15-yard penalty moves it to the 35. And the Cyclones can just about take a knee now and call it quits. You see it right there? 48.2 seconds. Probably just one knee. One play of taking the knee may be enough. The victory formation. Lane Reeves. Hold on to it, Lane. Puts the knee down, and I'm not sure whether the Cyclones will have to snap the ball again. Yes, it looks like they will. So they'll line up in the victory formation, and if necessary, they'll snap it one more time, and they may be cold, they may be wet, but they will be happy Cyclones tonight. And there it is, and that should do it. Boy, this is a big victory. The Russellville Crimson Cyclones. Behind sophomore quarterback, there he is, Lane Reeves. 2 touchdowns on the night, and the Cyclones, a big 14-3 victory over Bryant on the road at Bryant. Congratulations, Cyclones. What a job. Cyclone, a recap, the big plays of the second half. Look here. Time after time, the Cyclones with big defensive plays. Brad Barnes right there. Easterling going to be drugged down for a loss on that play. That was the theme all night long. Nice defensive play there by John Olson on that pass attempt. Another one where they both jumped for it, this time in the end zone. Unfortunately, the Cyclones were called for a questionable pass interference call here. Here's Rycroft, and look at the Cyclones. The Cyclones were the ones swarming, not the Hornets. Easterling. Nice at the last second. Great job done there. And there, of course, the big field goal makes it 7-3. Throw this one out into the flat to Avarian Collins. Breaks a tackle, a couple, and scoots down the sideline. He almost scored here. Got down to the 15-yard line. Lane Reeves, he did this time after time throughout the night, carrying the football. Here he comes again. Almost gets into the end zone. I thought the official was going to call a touchdown. Here he comes again, Lane Reeves. He was the big weapon. And this one up, and the kick good to make it 14-3. Here comes Easterling, and he can't get away from the Cyclone defense. That was Blake Robinson. Here's the squib punt off to the side of the foot. And the Cyclones have it again. Lane Reeves going back to the far side. We thought he was going to score here. He got down inside the 10 to about the 8-yard line. Defensively, the Cyclones time after time stopped talented Chris Rycroft from making any big plays. He had a couple big runs, but not much. Easterling down the middle, almost intercepted by the Cyclones. Give it back inside. Whoa, knifing through to make the play. There's a beautiful defensive play again, that time by John Olson defensively for Russellville. The defense played just lights out. Again, that gang tackling. Easterling throwing for the end zone and off the fingertips, but good defense by Andrew Tryon. Knocked it away at the last second, bumping into Parrish. Here comes Jacob Sparks with the ball. Pops loose and it's recovered by the Hornets. But the Cyclone defense was relentless. Aaron McConnell there. Easterling throwing to the end zone, but whoops, wrong jersey. In this case for the Cyclones, the right jersey. Andrew Tryon in the end zone. That put the end to any Bryant hope. Cyclones win it 14-3. That's the Cyclone recap. Here is the offense for the night. 66 yards passing on 6 of 9. 37 rushes for 111 yards. It wasn't big yardage, but it was consistent yardage. Defensively, Bradford Webb with 11 tackles, Andrew Tryon with 10. Some big plays there. The Cyclone defense had one of its best nights in a long time. Let's listen in for Coach Jeff Holt.
That's all that was shown right there. That's what won it. Man, I'm proud of you. That is a great football team to beat. What's that say about us?
The Russellville Cyclones, a happy group after a big victory over Bryant. Folks, we'll see you again next week. Here are this week's Players of the Game, brought to you by Russellville Sports Photography. The Offensive Player of the Game, Mitch Hall. The Defensive Player of the Game, Bradford Webb. And the Special Teams Player of the Game, Avarian Collins. Those are the Players of the Game, brought to you by Russellville Sports Photography. Get all your Cyclone photos at russellvillesports.com.